Welcome to the channel. This week on the Kiwi Barefoot Gardener, we dive into and check out the box of bulbs that I had delivered, and then it's all about the revamp of the front raised bed. Come potter with me in the garden. My name is Dawn and I am the Kiwi Barefoot Gardener. Good afternoon. It's Sunday and it's wet out there, though not as wet as the North Island is, so I hope everything's okay up there. Now on Friday I got a parcel from the courier and it's something I've been waiting for a bit. I ordered them in February, early February, bulbs. Now I can't remember what I ordered and I have resisted the temptation to go and look at what was on my thing that I got back via email because I want a bit of a surprise. So thought I'd open it up with you guys. So here goes. Trusty knife. Hopefully I won't cut anything I shouldn't be cutting. They definitely do make sure the boxes are well sealed, which is good. I don't really want my box munched up. And through the top, watch the fingers, Dawn, you need all of them. Like Christmas. Catalogue, just in case I need even more bulbs. And I actually have to admit, I bought some the other day. Garlic mainly, but yeah, I did get carried away and just happened to buy a few more other bulbs. Right. Excuse the noise and the rattle. What have we got in here? Let's pop the box over here so that we can have a look. I was hoping I'd get these. They limit the number that you can get. You can only get 5. Last year I missed out and I was quite keen to get some this year. That's one of the reasons why I ordered early February. But as I hadn't had them today, I thought, oh, I might have missed out. But these are the old-fashioned freesias. So we used to have them as kids in a border underneath the winter suite next to what we called the sun house. So yeah, these are going to be precious. So these are the freesia old-fashioned. That's good. What else have I got? I did buy a fair few freesias, so yep. Double mix freesias. And actually I think that's what I've just ordered more of, but I want a really good display. I love them. They are my fave bulb. What else have we got? More freesias. These are the Montana, so they're the sort of the whitey creamy ones. And I really like those too. And I did have a few last year, but only a few. Change of thing. Tulip Energy for All. I can't remember what they look like, but I will find a picture of them and put them up there so that you can see. I'll try and put pictures up of the other stuff too, if I remember. Good old daffodils, so they're the snowflake ones. So. Christmas Valley daffodils. So, lots of daffies. And more daffies, orange eye. So that's good. More tulips. What are they? Sissy. S-I-S-S-I. Sissy. So, yep. Sorry about all the bag wrinkling because everything's in bags. And more tulips called Princess Irene. And last but not least, yep, a tulip called Icon. So yeah, really pleased with that. Now I have to get a move on and get that front border sorted out and think where, because I'd like some of these in around the fruit trees as well, so on the square boxes with the fruit trees. And if I do get a move on, and I really doubt that I'll get there, is to get the back border flower bed sorted in time to put bulbs in. That might have to wait till next year when I might dig up a few and do it for the following winter. But very happy with those. And as I said, I think I've got another bag of the big freesias coming. So awesome. So as it's a wet old day out there, I can't see that I'm going to be doing much else outside. I'm going to tidy these up and then might do some seed saving, I don't know. I'll see how the mood takes me. But I'll catch up with you later in the week. We'll do some gardening outside then. Good morning. It's Tuesday and it's a lovely day out here. Bit of a wind going. I think it's meant to go to the north, so it'll be a warm wind rather than a howling easterly, which is great. And I'm out at the front border again. Now, I haven't done anything for about a week here. I've been out the back and doing other things. And I seriously need to get onto it because, as you will have seen earlier in the vlog, I got my bulbs the other day. So I really need to get a move on. However, saying that, I had full intentions of being out here really, really early this morning. And it is now about 11:30. Not the time I planned to be out here. I planned to be out here about a couple of hours ago. But Beau introduced a bit of chaos into the house. Now, while Beau is fine and the issue has been sorted, it did take about an hour and a half to do that. So I've only just finished doing what I had planned to do first thing this morning and stumbled out here, gathered all the bits and pieces that I need to continue on, and yeah, I'm going to get onto it. So my first thing is the oregano, I think I want to say, because it's the marjoram that's over there. That needs to come out. I had thought about saving it, but it is really, really woody. Having another week's been quite good because it's been in flower and the bees have been loving it, but it is now getting past over the flower bit. So I'm going to prune it right back and dig it out, which will be good. And I've got a new one. I found one the other day on Tuesday when I was out and about. It was all by itself in the nursery, so I had to save it. But the new one is going to be going in a different place because this one that I've got here has been bullying out the fuchsia that you can't quite see. Though I am moving the fuchsia, so that might be okay there, and the rose is going to stay where it is. So yeah, well, a few kids screaming the place down. I don't know if you've heard them, but it is school holidays, so nice day. It's good they're out and about. So I'm going to get on with this. We'll do a bit of speedy and some music, and hopefully I don't get stung by the bees that are getting really grumpy at me for cutting it down. But there is still heaps and heaps of other flowers in the garden for them, so hopefully they'll move on to those. coming up at 12:30, I think. So I've been at this for a fair bit now, an hour and a bit. It's what I thought it was going to be, a nightmare. So I've got most of the branches off, etc. And I'm just trying to get my way in underneath the actual root system. I'm hoping if I can get near the centre, then I can cut the main root thing and it'll lift out with a bit of grunting and all sorts of other swearing. So I've only just started on that wee bit. I've had a visit from Lou. He's over there in the shade. Thing about being a black cat on a sunny day, you cook. But anyway, he's been in having a look to see what I'm up to. So I'm going to have a break and then I'm going to come back to it and we shall do round 2. I'll see if I can win, because I really would like to win. And then the plan is to section off this fuchsia, which you can't see just there, and clear this area completely up to the rose, section the rose off because it needs lifting, and then I think it'll stay where it is at the moment. At the moment that's the plan. It'll stay where it is, but I need to section it off so that the crown doesn't get covered with new dirt. Then come winter I'll lift it, put the new dirt in and replant it into the new dirt so that the crown doesn't get covered. And then by any chance I've got even more time, I will keep heading that way and see how I go, because I really would like to get it done. Tomorrow's meant to be reasonable. Weekend at the moment is looking so yeah, really like to try and get some significant progress made on this bed in the next day or 2. Right, had lunch, done a few other things, and back out here. It's about 1:30 for round 2. Now, the other day I posted when I was doing the other thing, the lavender that took me forever, and someone suggested, hit it with an axe or what have you, and I thought, while I was at lunch, I thought, yeah, I think we've still got an axe. We did used to have a lot of equipment to, do the old garden when it was really overgrown, because we've over the years bought properties that needed extensive work and things on them, and we would get them up and then move on, sort of thing. But when we moved last time, over 9 years ago, we're moving to a new section. We didn't think we'd have to hack things out and what have you, so we actually got rid of a lot of it. Plus, we're getting on. We don't want to be doing huge amounts of heavy work with picks, etc., like we did when we were in our 20s and 30s. So we got rid of it. But I have found an axe. This is the one that we use for chopping up the firewood when we need to, where we try and get firewood that is pre-split and will fit our rather small log burner. So, but every now and then we do need to do something with it. So we bought a new axe a while back. So fingers crossed it works and I don't end up causing havoc, which, the way my day's been going, I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah. Anyway, we'll give it a try. We'll do some more speedy and see how much more of this I can get done. I really want to get some more done, so let's fingers crossed this makes a dent on it quickly. actually worked reasonably well. Must admit, my overhead swing is definitely rusty. It took me a few minutes to remember how to do that, and the back was not too pleased with it, but once I sort of found the niche, it was okay. And it definitely helped break it up into segments, and then using the trusty garden knife, especially the serrated side, I was able to get in and under and remove each segment. So I did take some cuttings, well, not so much cuttings per se, but bits that had rooted in, so they had roots and things like that already. So I've popped them into some pots. Probably don't need them because I bought myself one, but I've got some projects that are now coming to fruition, could I say. So yeah, I'm really pleased that they're coming to fruition, and in the next several months, yeah, I'll need those cuttings, well, at least one or two of them. So yeah, pretty pleased with that. So, oh, here's Lou. Are you going to say no? You're going to walk right through. He's been supervising at afar, and he's just been inside supervising what's going on in there. So it's a cat. Right, next phase is I've got to section off the bit where the fuchsia is, get rid of these things here to the rose, which isn't much. There are some pansies in there, so I'm going to see if I can lift them with a big ball of stuff and pop them in the area that I've already done, and let them do their thing over winter and spring. So yeah, they're self-seeded ones, so you know, nothing like a free plant. So yeah, I'll do that. And what I'll do is I will bring you back at the end of it and you can have a look, because you probably don't need to hear me swearing and cursing more at this lot. So yeah, bring you back soon. Tidied. It still needs the dirt, but I got everything out, and I've actually transplanted some of the pansies that were here. They're I think called Miss Helen Mount. I grew the original ones from seed, and they've just self-seeded after that, which is amazing. So the rose is staying at the moment, and I've started putting that off, sealing that off. It will get moved, but not, well, no, it'll get lifted. I want it to stay there. So I've spent some time positioning stuff, so I've decided that the fuchsia's going that way by probably about half a metre. Then I will plant the new oregano, I want to say. Yeah, the one I bought anyway. And I will label them so I won't keep forgetting which is which. There, fairly close to where the fuchsia is now, but it will have plenty of room either side, because then the rose will be here. And it's a pretty rose, and it has had a bit better season this year. It really struggled last year. So yeah, that's good. So that will get lifted and just replanted in exactly the same spot. So I'll be about halfway across the border, across the raised bed now, which is good. Looking at it, I think at the moment I've done all the hard dig outs. The rest of it is just pull out stuff and what have you. Yes, there are some hard dig outs come winter when I need to lift things, move them, but the stuff that I need to get rid of at the moment, yeah, I think I've done the worst of it. So it's just after 3. The family have brought me out a cup of tea. I'm not going to put the dirt in there today. I'm actually going to keep going that way and just chop down a few more things, and I'll do the dirt in the morning. Yeah, and then go from there, I think. Yeah, pretty pleased with actually how the day's panned out. I thought about lunchtime I wasn't going to get anywhere, but yeah, I have. So, right. Anyway, I'm going to leave that for now today, and we'll catch up probably again tomorrow. Right, it's Wednesday afternoon and it's lovely out here. I've been out the back garden doing a bit of watering and doing a bit of scoping out for any slugs and or caterpillars. Thankfully I didn't see any evidence of new attacks, so that's good. Despite the wee bit of rain that we've had, the ground is still really dry, so I had to do a fair bit of watering out there because I've got new seeds and of course I've got my seedlings in as well. My plan for this afternoon is just to water a few things here that I transplanted yesterday and then get some dirt in the area that I was working on yesterday. After I finished filming yesterday, I headed down through to the end of the bed, almost to the end of the bed. I got caught up, well, stopped by a huge patch of thistles. I'm really going to have a good go at that bed area and see if I can get those thistles out. I have been digging down and getting the roots out completely, but they just still seem to be spreading, and I don't want to use weed killer or anything on them. The other thing I need to do before I start putting dirt down today is just to have a look back at some of my old photos and film to see where I've got bulbs. I think I've caught all the bulbs up to where the fuchsia is, because I took a whole lot out of there yesterday, but I definitely know that the snowflake bulbs I've got are further down, and that there are a few daffy bulbs down there as well. So I've just got to check out sort of where they are, because I haven't got a really good panoramic photo of the whole bed. I've just got individual photos of those flowers, so now I've just got to try and work out where they are in the bed. But yeah, so I'm going to get onto it and I'll bring you along with me. Okay, so I did dig around. I didn't film because I have family coming in and out all the time. I didn't get much. I'm pretty sure there's more than that in there, but that's all I could find. But looking at it, the soil was just rock hard. Just a testament to how packed it's got from the rain over the summer. And I've put the new dirt in, the new soil, / compost. And with the bulbs, I think the daffodils, they should be fine if there's any left in there, because you can plant daffodils down up to 20 centimetres deep, and that's, sort of 15 to 20 is the optimal. So if they're a wee bit deeper, I'm sure that they'll pop out eventually. And once I can sort of flag where they are, I should be able to get them up next year, after spring, and they've died back a bit. So yeah, so what I'm going on to next is the next section from the rose through to the next fuchsia, and in this area I've got some dianthus, some white dianthus. Now one of them I planted, the other one has come off the parent plant, so I'm going to lift them and pot them up. Now I did that to one yesterday. It was a white and magenta type one, so I'm going to lift that and pot them into some pots for now and just put them out on the back deck for the winter. And once everything's settled in and I've sorted out where I want what, I'll put some of them back depending on how much room I've got. So we'll lift them up and pot them up now. Right, those dianthus are up and in pots, and I'll move them around to the back deck tomorrow. I've got them on my trolley and what have you, drag them around. Didn't get quite as far as I wanted to do today, but I had quite a lot of interruptions. It was just one of those days. So I'm going to contemplate what I'm going to do with the lavender there. It's in really good nick, so it would be nice to leave it there. So I have another fuchsia there, and then I've got a thyme just a wee bit further down. So I'm just going to, once I've cleared it, work out if the fuchsia can move just ever so slightly, and it will work between the lavender and the thyme, I think. Just needs to go ever so slightly, like probably only 20 centimetres or more that way. So yeah, and then I should get back out here tomorrow, I hope, and it will be thistle patch time. I've got to put more dirt in here, and I've got some bags sitting there. That won't take too long. I'm just sectioning it off once I've made decisions about that. So yeah, pretty pleased. I should be able to finish this hopefully tomorrow if the weather behaves. Friday's a write-off for me, so, and the weekend's looking okay, but after that, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday at the moment, it's looking really dodgy, but it'll give me a lot of time to catch up with stuff inside. So yeah, there's no real loss. It's just a matter of balancing what you do. Right, so I'm going to leave it there now. I'm going to see if there's any more bulbs in here quickly, and then I'm heading in because the easterlies got up and the shade has hit here. Top bit here is in sun, but the bottom bit is in the shade, so it's getting a bit cold out here. So I will catch you tomorrow, hopefully. Good morning. It is Thursday, and I'm out in the garden again. Yesterday afternoon was a bit of a write-off. I was sort of running on fumes due to lack of sleep, though I did get some things done. I mean, I got a couple of dianthus lifted, trimmed up and moved into pots for now. And I dug up a whole lot of bulbs. So, but I had planned to get to this area here, which is the thistle patch. But it's just coming up to 10 o'clock. It's nice out here. It's not warm by any push of the imagination, but it's not freezing cold. There's a breeze. So I'm out here early because I'm finding now that the sun is low enough in the sky that by afternoon the shade from the house makes this area really shady, and it's just too cold to work, especially if there's an easterly like there was yesterday. Today I'm out early because of that, but also Met Service is saying we're going to get showers or heavy showers. Well, we'll believe that when that comes, but I really want to get this thistle patch done today. So I have even resorted to gloves, and I have my trusty garden knife, and I'm really going to try and get the roots of these things out, because that's pretty sure, even though each time I have tried to get the roots out, and I have most of the time, that they keep coming from that. I've also got, I don't know if you can see on camera, a bit of the itchy plant has come up, though I did actually take a load of that out on Tuesday after we finished recording for the day. So yeah, plan is this. If I can get that done, then I will be happily just to potter and refill the beds with dirt along here then. I've got a couple of cornflower there that look like that they are in reasonably good nick, and they new, they've grown up. They're probably self-seeded, and I'll have to decide whether to just pot them up and move them for the winter. Yeah, but otherwise, yeah, I think I'm fairly on top of it today. So let's get on with it and we'll see how we go. The battle of the thistles is done. I've actually got all the way to the end of the bed, so that's the whole raised bed. The only thing I've got to do in a few minutes is dig up some of the bright pink dianthus seedlings, because I've dug out the original root. It was starting to rot anyway, so I've dug that out, but there's heaps and heaps of babies there. So I'll dig them out and probably tomorrow or the next day. Oh, tomorrow's out, I've got things on. Maybe the next day or the wet days, I'll pot some on, and then come spring I'll pop some of them out. I've got to move my rows probably, and I won't do that today, but I need to remove my rows about 30 centimetres. The poor rose there, it's got completely mugged by the big pink dianthus that was just growing rampant, and the lavender, which eventually did get covered by the dianthus too and died. Then I'm going to give the common thyme a good haircut. And see how that goes. I may get a new one of those because it's very woody down the bottom, but if there's some babies around, which it often does put babies out, I might just pop them up. And then I'm moving the 2 cornflowers that are self-seeded because I need to raise the bed there. So, yep. So really what I've got to do today left over is quite minor. It's a bit of pottering around, so yeah, I'm really pleased with that. As you'll have seen, Lou's been in and out. He's actually out of camera shot at the moment. He's lying underneath the common thyme in the shade. So, and Beau's been through too a couple of times, but yeah. But one of the things I did have to tackle, and I wonder what the hell it was because it just wasn't coming out, and then I realised what it was. It's a parsnip in the front bed, and what will have happened is that somewhere along the way I would have been trying to grow parsnips in seed trays. I'm pretty sure it's a parsnip because it's got a white stalk and things, and it looks like a parsnip and it smells like a parsnip. Could be cowslip, but anyway, I will have dumped the seed trays in here, and one of them's taken off. Typical, absolutely typical of me. But anyway, it's out now. Well, most of it's out. I couldn't get the bottom of the root, but I don't think it will regrow. So yeah, regarding the thistles, I did try and remove as much of the root as possible, but the soil's really hard down there, so I'm just going to have to keep battling. And I keep telling myself, get down this end and pull them out when they're babies, and I keep forgetting because it's way down here and I don't see it often. So I'm just going to have to be good about that. Once I've got the bed sorted, it'll probably be next week or the week after because there's no huge rush, but I do need to get it done sooner rather than later, is I'm going to put an irrigation system in here. Hello, Lou. He's just telling me, get on with it, mother. So I'm going to put an irrigation system in here. Now, the one that I put in the strawberry bed sort of worked, and I've realised why the end kept popping. Originally, I thought it was because I didn't have a proper clamp on it. I clamped it and it still popped off. And I know the pipe gets really hot there. But then I realised what it was, is I actually don't have enough sprinklers along there, and the pressure is building up and it's pushing it out when the pipe's warm. So I need to put some more little sprinklers through. So I'm planning to do that over the next X number of months. I just need to quietly buy some more because they're not cheap, and if you go out and buy a whole lot at the time, it hurts when you look at the bank account. So if I do it wee bit by bit, yes, it's the same amount of money, but it doesn't look as bad on the bank account. So yeah, that's my theory anyway, and I'm sticking with it. Right, I'm going to keep going, and I'll see how I go, and I might bring you back later, or I'll meet you back for a coffee and chat at the end of it. Good morning. It's time for a coffee and chat, and it's going to be a short one this week because I've done a lot of talking earlier on in the vlog. It's actually Sunday morning, late morning, and I'm really pushing the envelope this week, but it's been a really, really busy week between trips to town, family events, and also lots and lots of gardening. But first thing, we checked out the bulbs, and no, they haven't got into the garden yet, but they're very close to going in. And then over 4 days, I got the raised bed in the front garden sorted. There's just a tiny wee bit more to do before the bulbs go in, just a bit more soil, and then the bulbs can go in, and that's it until winter and early spring when I'll move things. But yeah, done. Next are the 5 raised boxes with the fruit trees in. Just clean them out, won't take much, and raise the soil. That will be the biggest thing. And I just got to be careful not to go across the graft on those. But I'm going to leave it there for now because I really need to get this vlog finished and edited so that it'll be ready for the 5 o'clock drop. So until next week's vlog, it's bye from me.